Hello, everybody. It has been another interesting day today with ups and downs. And I'll start with the downs because there's a lot of things I want to talk about with the ups that I just haven't formulated fully in my thoughts yet. So we're just going to wing it. So I couldn't do much of my work, and I don't think I woke up very responsibly this morning either. But I did have to do a favor for my mom. Accompany her on getting this new car, and the car shop was about like 80 miles away. So obviously she needed somebody to accompany her, and I was kind of the only person available for that, so I came with her. We spent a long time, basically the whole day, commuting to the dealership and working out the price and doing stuff with the car, doing paperwork, talking it out, waiting. It took us we got there by 1:15 p.m. and we got out by like 8 p.m. So that was quite exhausting. And I was really expecting to get more schoolwork done today because I'm kind of running into the deadlines, it's finals week. So that was a little disappointing. However, the ups, we did drive a rental to get to the dealership. We didn't take any transit or anything like that. I'm gonna stop messing with this headset and look at you guys and focus. But really the biggest thing was that I got a crap ton of driving practice. And I'm happy to get any driving practice that I can because due to an accident and total loss, I didn't really have a car to drive for a long time. Being 20 years old, I don't even have my license yet. That's kind of embarrassing for the average American. But I'm not too ashamed, not embarrassed, because really all I need is to be really good at driving by the time I'm pursuing my dreams. Because I kind of have my own ideas behind that I don't really want to share on here. But essentially, I do need to be really good at driving. And not having a license for so long is quite an obstacle, but today marks that day where I get 80 miles of practice driving. I was driving the rental back home with my mom as she was driving the car that we bought that day out of the dealership at the same time, and just driving that huge road trip back to Philly from New Jersey was quite a learning experience, I would say, and getting the hang of it. Driving a vehicle that isn't even ours, really. It's a rental. It's a new vehicle. I feel like driving a bunch of different vehicles is good too for your driving skill because you get to get used to different cars and the different features and stuff like that. So yeah, that was most of my day. It was pretty eclipsed by how much stuff we had to do at the dealership, but I'm still quite excited that I got a whole bunch of driving practice, and my mom has a whole brand new car. Well, it's not brand new, it's used, but she finally has another car to use after not having one for so long, so that's quite exciting. But yeah, I hope to get my license pretty soon now that I have all that practice on my belt. Just got to get good at parking, and pretty sure I'll be A-okay. I already have all the knowledge. I mean, I had a lot of time to gather the driving knowledge, and yeah, I just need to be really good at driving. There's so many people out there on the road that just either they don't give a shit what they're doing on the road, or they just forgot how to drive good. I don't really know. But I do know that I have to be, or I want to be better than a lot of these people that cause chaos on the road. So, yeah, I feel like that's not something that's talked about very often. Only if there's something to complain about. Like, oh, this guy was cutting me off and doing this. He honked the horn at me. Like, it's always complaining about something that happened on the road, but people never really talk about how good they are at driving and wanting to get better at driving. Like I don't ever notice that in conversation where people want to get better at driving or talk about how good they are at driving. They're always talking about how other people drive, and I think, to be honest, at least in this country, the road is pretty much as toxic as the game League of Legends. I come to notice that everybody's just so focused on how good other people are at driving, or they're always quick to blame the other person, and that's what causes road rage. I feel like it's a very toxic thing on the road. I've even seen this illustration before, a long time ago, if cars cut each other off and how people react to that, compared to if pedestrians cut each other off and how they react. The cars passing or cutting each other off, like, it's just met with rage, death threats, all sorts of curses. And pedestrians cutting each other off is like, oh, that's okay, sorry about that. Like, oh, have a splendid, blessed day. Like, it's just the friendliest thing ever. It's polar opposite, but that just goes to show how much more toxic the road is compared to just walking, which is why I like walking way better. But there is a reason behind it. It's because people's safety are on the line, but some people just not getting to work on time or getting to whatever the destination on time is on their mind, and that's what makes them rage more than just being anxious and not wanting to get killed. I feel like that should be the thing to blame, but it seems with people's attitude, they're just concerned about being late, and it's not worth taking lives over not being late. Come on now, guys. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks. See you in the next one.